If you have an older garage door opener with a MultiCode 1090 radio receiver attached to it, then the 3070 Keychain Remote is going to be compatible with your operator. And we're going to take a look at how to program it next. Let's get to it. The 3070 Keychain Remote works on 300 megahertz and operates with the 10 dip switches that the radio receiver also uses. If you saw our previous video on the installation of the 1090 radio receiver and how to program it, then you're going to know how to program this one because it's just the same. But if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link in the description below and you can check that out. So the first thing we're going to want to do is to open up the Keychain Remote so we can get to the switches on the inside. The easiest way to do that is take a quarter, and then on the bottom of the remote there's a slot, and you'll just stick the quarter in there and then turn it like you're turning a key, and the two halves of the remote will come apart. Inside you'll see the A23 12-volt battery here on the bottom, and directly above that are 10 very small switches. Now these switches will determine the code, but you have to match these 10 switches to the same 10 switches that are in the radio receiver. And there's two ways that we can go about getting the code, and one is the easiest is from the remote. Like if you have a 3089 remote, you can take this bottom part of the remote off, you'll see the battery, and then right above that you'll see the position of these 10 switches. And if you write down what the position of the ones in the open position are, that's what you're going to need to know. So in this particular one, 2, 4, 6, and 10 are in the up, or also known as the on position. All the other ones are down. Now if you don't have a remote, then you'll need to get the code from the radio receiver itself, which is going to be mounted on the back of the operator. And the radio receiver looks like this, and I like to use a knife, and on the front of the receiver is a small door, and you put your knife in there and pop it, and you open it up and you look inside and you'll see the 10 switches. Now in this receiver the switches are actually upside down, so if you turn it over this way you'll see it's 1 through 10 now, it's right side up. And if you look at the switches that are in the on position, we have 2, 4, 6, and 10, just like the remote of the 3089. So now that we know that 2, 4, 6, and 10 in our particular radio receiver are in the on position, we'll go back to our Keychain Remote, and if we take a close look at it here, we need to switch these to 2, 4, 6, and 10 are now in the on position, and they match the radio receiver and the other remote that we have. So before I put the cover back on this remote, I just want to test it to make sure that the code is correct, and I've moved them all in the correct position. So this black button right in the center of the remote is how you actuate it. So I'll just press that, you'll see the LED light comes on the remote, and now my operator should be running. If it doesn't run, but yet your other remote is still working, the opener, that means that one of these numbers is not in the correct position. So you just go back through and make sure that they're all 2, 4, 6, and 10 on mine are correct, and so it is working. And one other tip, while you're trying to move these numbers, they are very small because it is a very small remote. I like to use this screwdriver for eyeglasses, but you could also use, if you're careful, use the tip of a knife, because you really need to get right in close on those to move them. And now that I've confirmed that it is working, I can take the top half of the remote, put it back on there, and then just snap it and make sure it's secure the whole way around. And now we have a working Keychain Remote. You can hook this, it has a built-in little hole here so you can connect it to your keychain. And that's how you program the 3070 remote. If you're interested in purchasing it, I'll leave a link in the description below. If you could give this video a thumbs up, it does help. If you have any questions, you can email us at garagedoorzone.com. Visit our store at garagedoorzone.com, and we appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next one.